Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. How we doing? All right. Let's make it a good day, man. NVDA earnings. NVIDIA earnings. Big time. Probably the deciding factor of what we see over the next few weeks. For the tech, for the semis. Yeah, let's hope for our long terms that NVIDIA can deliver. Sure hope so. Yeah, I wouldn't be too upset about that yet, about the Palantir longs. You're not out of the woods there at all yet. Honestly, I think Palantir could become a reshort at this 94.95 spot, so wouldn't be too upset about that one yet, man. Plenty of time. Plenty of time to catch that thing if it does start to heat back up over some key levels. Still below Thursday's lows, still below Mondays and Tuesdays highs. It hasn't done anything yet. Door's still wide open for downside on that one. AAP reporting earnings this morning. Yeah, bad earnings. Stock's not really moving. We'll see if it moves intraday, but not good for the boys here. Negative free cash flow of around 25 to 85 million. Loss widens, net sales declining. Stock's probably just down too much. Just not going anywhere. What did GV been up to? I haven't been watching that stuff. Oh, okay. Where's it at? Yeah, good hold down there. We'll take a look at that one today. Morning, guys. Welcome back. Yeah, ES is still rejecting some key levels. We're definitely not out of the woods yet. A little bit of a relief bounce into end of day yesterday. A decent little hold up today. Futures green, I think, is a little bit of a... I would be a little careful just thinking, NASDAQ's up 100 points today. We're back, baby. I don't think so. I'll talk about why. There's still some major spots above, guys, that could just be really nice retest rejections. That could just be sort of the... I mean, to be quite honest, guys, the best thing, literally the number one thing that you want right now is you want early bulls to get smacked, right? You want the early longs, the early dip buyers to feel the pain, because that's going to create the best trade. If we keep getting like these sort of shitty bounces below previous day lows and below previous day highs, and we just keep sort of popping higher, people buying the dip and then it failing again and creating more pain, that's going to be the best trade for a trader. Probably not for someone like me who loves to see the stock market go up and to see my long-term stay true, to stay positive. Of course I don't want that, but honestly the best trade right now is just to give the bulls a little bit of hope and then just smack them in the face. And that'll just be some beautiful downside action to take advantage of. So let's see. That's where my mindset's going to stay until the market proves otherwise. And of course, today probably is the deciding factor. After today after hours is probably one of the main deciding factors of what happens into end of week. So, yeah, Rangers playoff push. Hey, Bruce. That's so funny you said that. I was talking to my dad yesterday about what are the chances that the Rangers can still make the playoffs. They're still in it, man. They're still in there. They're number. They're fourth out of the wild card in the Eastern Conference. So yeah, they're only 4 points out from number one wild card spot. So they can do it. They gotta get their shit together. They play the Maple Leafs tomorrow, Friday. Damn, it's a hard game. Yeah, the Rangers aren't good this year. And I mean, I would love to see them make the playoffs, but hockey's too good of a sport to have some kind of team like this win. I mean, you know what? Hockey's like baseball. Hockey's like baseball, man. Whoever's hot, whoever comes into the playoffs hot is definitely a potential contender. If whatever team, whether they're a wild card team or anything, whoever comes in hot. So if you can make a good push into the playoffs and have some heat behind you, some momentum, it's dangerous. Similar to baseball, whoever comes into the playoffs hot. So we'll see. Maybe they can make a little run. Who knows? All right. Well, welcome back. I just want to be able to go to. I want to be able to go to Madison Square Garden, man. I want to have a reason to go to MSG. But right now, it's just not worth paying to go to MSG because the Rangers just are not good. Would love to be able to go. All right, so welcome back. Wednesday, press that like button, subscribe to the channel. We are getting close, man. 100,000 subscribers. We're getting close. I'm starting to think of some things to do for that day. We got 900. No. Yeah, 946. 946. No, 846. Am I an idiot? Yeah, 846. 846. We're getting there. Here we go. So, today, economic calendar. Not much. Wednesday, we got new home sales. We got crude oil inventories. That's about it. 10 o'clock. Not too much there. Tomorrow will be important for the markets as well. GDP, unemployment claims. So let's watch that. GDP, unemployment claims. That will be your big event tomorrow. You actually have a little bit more there. Durable goods, pending home sales. You got a pretty heavy day tomorrow. And then Friday, PCE price index, okay? We know that. We've been looking at that all week. Today, on the earnings side, we'll just go through this real quick. Earnings side, we got, who did we get last night? So let's just flip through some of these. Kava last night, basically flat, holding the 90 demand, which is a big spot. What did AMC do? Nothing. What did Instacart do, actually? My friend was, my buddy was the person who took Instacart public with his firm. What is Instacart's ticker, guys? Anyone? Someone tell me the Instacart ticker. What else? Lemonade. I remember this stock was really hot at one time. LMND. Oof. Man, this stock used to be hot. What happened to this thing? This was a stock we used to trade a lot, actually. Back here, yeah, look at this. Dead. I wonder if that just falls right back to 15 area. That looks like it could just be a pop and die again. Cart. How's Cart doing? Not bad. Is that IPO? That's IPO, right? Yeah, not too bad since IPO. I mean, it went straight down on IPO, then came all the way back. How's my buddy Toast up to? How's that thing doing? Not bad. This morning, Lowe's. How'd Lowe's do? No movement on Lowe's earnings? Okay. Nothing there. All right. That's about it. Tonight, NVDA, big. Snowflake, pretty big. We'll look at it. Salesforce, big. CRM, big one tonight. C3.ai, also a big one. Nah, not that big. Big ones tonight, NVDA, CRM, and Snow. 3 big ones tonight. Okay? All right, guys. Let's just jump into our levels. That's really what matters here. Baba? Yeah, I haven't looked at Baba. What's Baba been up to? Oh, Baba's holding above that one. Okay, we'll take a look at Baba. NASDAQ. Here we go. So, my friends, this is very important. Brian, appreciate that, Brian. Welcome. Very important, guys. When you're in this type of market, you need to get the reclaims, okay? You need to think of this market the same way we think of upside. We cannot just be out there trying to, take this market back to the long side without a reason. If we look at this inverse, right, this is the inverse NQ. And for some people, maybe it's easier to look for the upside. But when we look at this inverse NQ, like we're looking at right now, right, we would say, if this was the real NASDAQ, we would just be saying this, right? We'd be saying, hey, pull back here could be a really nice long. Pull back here could be a really nice long, right? This is what we would be talking about. So until this chart right here turns bearish, then there is absolutely no reason to take the market long. So you would need at least one of these break and fails below this, right? Maybe a break and fail below 21,650, 660 area, and then you could consider this chart being bearish. Well, this is the inverse, right? So if we go to the actual NASDAQ, we can't be long into this level here. We cannot be too aggressively long into this level here, right? These are very easily retest rejections, right? Even up here, retest rejections. So I'd be careful, guys. I would not be out here looking for these dips quite yet. I don't think the market structure is telling you to do that. This is the only, I'd say, maybe start to like the higher low formation. This could be a start, okay? So this right here could be your start. You might be looking at a higher low right here. This could be your first higher low right here. If it turns into one of these, right, then maybe you can start to say, hey, we're going to start reversing and uptrending back to the upside. So I would say, hey, I need to wait for 21,450. I would not long until we're over this level. This level might possibly be the best fade spot of the day, right? Because you got a sort of capitulatory move yesterday, possibly. If you get some bulls to think that this is coming back, right, and we sort of creep higher into that 450, if we start to get nailed at Monday's lows and yesterday's highs, if we start to see that failure come in again, this could start to slip again, right? I would be paying attention to what happens here at 450 today. That is definitely the fade spot to be watching. We are still also under the daily 100 SMA, and that is something to be paying attention to, okay? Now, if we do get over this 21,450, right? If we do get over that 21,450 today, then I do believe you will get a rip to the upside, like a strong rip. I would assume from 450 to 650 is pretty much a straight up move, right? That would be my assumption, because that would be a really important reclaim over the Tuesday highs. That would be a really important reclaim over the Monday's lows. And that would definitely stop out any shorts that are under that 450 spot, right? And then it would probably create somewhat of a short squeeze up into this 650, 700 zone. So this might be a lucrative long to pay attention to. I mean, that's about 200 points in the NASDAQ. That could be a nice long right there. But that long to me is a short-lived long. That is only a long through this zone. That is not a long hoping that this level breaks, right? Because this level then turns into another monster rejection point. That is Monday's rejection right there, and that is Friday's lows from last week. And that is also the daily 50 SMA. So that could be a major smackdown spot and somewhere to be aware of. So I say today, absolutely zero interest in longs unless we're over 450. That's number one, right? Set up a game plan for yourself. To be long today, I think you must be over 450 at a very minimum. If you want to look for that 450 long, I think you can look for that squeeze up into 650, but that would be a profit-taking long position into 650, It would not be a, hey, let me swing trade the market through these rejection points and hope that this is the bottom. That's not what that trade is. Could be, but that's not how I would look at it. If we pop into 450 and reject, that does leave the door open to another fade. And then I would just make sure you, for the short side, if you guys are interested in the short side, I would make sure you understand that we are coming off a major low, okay? So this will be tough to short back into. It probably will be tough to short back into this whole zone down here between 21.2 and 21,000. This 21.2 to 21,000 zone is that drop here. I believe that's the deep seek drop. And you can see right here the lows that came in again yesterday. So this is not really a zone I would like to be exposed short all through here. Not somewhere I'd want to be exposed on the short side. I would want higher levels to short back into this zone. So higher levels to short back in, higher levels to short back in. I don't want to be short here and get smacked, okay? So I really like this level here. This is probably my favorite level, 650. Look, here, 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 there, right? All that would be a beautiful fade spot, in my opinion, on a little retest. Probably lines up nice for the Fib boys as well. It probably lines up nice for the Fib boys. Sure does, right? That's about a 50% to around 61.8 retracement of this downside move. That would be right there. So that's probably the golden spot right there. You got your 50 to 61.8. You got your 50 and 20 SMA. You got your previous highs and previous lows right here. I mean, that's probably the spot to watch. That's probably the spot that I would assume the market tries to move towards, in my opinion. Sort of revert back to this mean and then look for that fader back off that level. So, yeah, that's sort of my game plan. I'm going to look to really get aggressive here. That's my main spot. I will be watching 450 to see if there's any juice off that level today, and I would just be careful of being short into the 150-200 and into the 21,000 below. Those are some big downside demands to be cautious of, okay? All right. I think that's pretty clear. Those are some very clear levels. Just got to play them. QQQ. Pretty much the same read here, my friends. You guys can see right here on the QQQ, it's pretty much identical. You can see right here, Monday's lows, Tuesday's highs, right there. Beautiful, 521.50, 520.50. That's a beautiful fader. That's a beautiful potential fade spot to watch today. I would be paying attention to that. Above that, you guys can see 525.60, 525.50 lows here from that Friday, from this Monday. That would be your next beautiful spot to be watching up there. So, right there, right here, two big spots to watch before you start to long this market. Very potential fade spots. 520.50 to 521.50, that's Tuesday's highs, Monday's lows. Above that, 525.60, right up there, 526, okay? Now, on the downside, it does look like this Q's is trying to hold this little 516, 517 zone, which is possibly what's going to keep this market higher today, right? If we zoom out, I believe this is a very important spot. Yes, it is, right? Look right here. See back here? This is the 4-hour chart all the way back from November, right? See these highs in November right here? 516, 517. See that? See these lows? You got some highs here. You got some highs here. You got some lows here. This is a very influential spot. Also, the hold yesterday at 511 and the daily 100 was absolutely perfect. Lows, 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 highs, lows. All right, so that was perfect. That was our level we had on the live stream. Yesterday on the live stream, we talked about the 511 demand being a very potential hold spot, and that is exactly where we held, and the 100 SMA. So that's actually quite interesting, right? Because if you go to our daily levels, or if you just go to the daily chart, you are definitely, right, if the market can find momentum, and if the market sentiment can shift, you are definitely, right, we can't forget, you are definitely getting sort of interested at some point of whether this is just another channel low hold, another long opportunity, and another 100 SMA hold, right? That is very interesting still. That is still, like, it's there, right? It's definitely there in the longer term. So let's not forget that. We are definitely still above these highs here at 500, 504. We are definitely still above these lows and this peak low right there, and we're definitely still floating above that demand. And you can see here on yesterday, the QQQ aggressively held the 100 SMA. So is the long off the 100 SMA? It is very possible, okay? It is still very possible. So don't just forget about that. However, you still want to see these short-term levels break to really confirm and make sure we're not just rejecting previous highs. So you can see right here, I think the key spot is likely around this 520 to 521 area. You have this very key low. You have these very key highs from yesterday and Monday, and I would be careful of this market just sort of fading again off that level. So, huge demand down here, 511. 100 SMA hold, very nice. That's good. That's a good start. I would like to see probably the 516, 517 hold strong today. If it does, you probably get upside. But I would also want to see us get back above and reclaim some of these levels. Number one, at least 521, 520. And number two, that 525, 526 up there. Okay? ES. Let's get a quick zoomed out look on the ES here. You guys can see when we zoom out to the daily, we're definitely still above our 5850, 5800 zone. That's for sure. So channel is definitely still alive. We have not broken down this channel. Okay, very clear. Still have not broken down any kind of major macro structure here. That's still a very solid low down there that has not even been close to tested. Right? Could it maybe still get tested? Yes. Right? Could a higher low here somewhere form another drop into these lows? Absolutely. But that is not broken yet, so we need to make sure we understand that. If we get down into some shorter term levels, I would say at the very least today, I'm going to actually turn this into a green because you actually are starting to see some hold in this area. We'll see what it looks like later day. That 59.90 holding well, which is that low area from Monday, right? Right here, 59.90, 6,000 zone is going to be a key hold here today. Can we hold above that? I think what you need today to really think about upside is right here. The 100 SMA on the ES, 60.25. That's very clear. 60.25 Friday's lows, 60.25 100 SMA. That is definitely a big spot to watch today. Okay? This could definitely be a fader. So let's be careful of that level there. 60.25, 100 SMA, big spot. Above that, you go to 60.50. That is the Monday rejection point. That is this after hours low, right? And that is the 50 SMA at 60.50. So that's another big spot above there. Above that, and what would really clear this out, guys, right? Where this would really just turn into a long, if you want to be really patient, is over 60.70, right? Over 60.70, you would put all of these shorts underwater, and you would absolutely flip aggressively back to the upside, right? If you flip this level right here, right? So that's like the end-all, be-all. If you want to wait for that, that's up to you. There's probably going to be trades before that, but that is really the end-all, be-all. The 60.70, the daily 20, this high here from Monday. If you flip that, I'd say you get that juice again. Until then, you just have to watch some of these short-term spots. That being the 100 SMA at 60.25, the 50 SMA at 60.50, the Monday's highs, right? The Friday's lows. Very, very clear. Okay? So 60.25, 60.50, 60.70, that would be the big break right there. If you hold above this Monday low here around 59.90, 6,000 today, you probably influence the market higher. If you flip back under 59.90, then you would trade back to our 59.60 and our 59.35. 59.35, what a hold yesterday. What a hold yesterday at 59.35. That was your deep seek gap down hold right here. Right there. Was that deep seek or was that CPI? One of the two was deep seek, one was CPI. Both of them basically went down to 59.35 though. They both, if this was CPI, this was deep seek, I think. Or flipped reverse. I'm not, someone get me correct. CPI, deep seek. I think CPI was before deep seek. This was FOMC. So you had FOMC, hold 59.35. You had CPI, hold 59.35. You had DeepSeek, hold 59.35. So all of those gap downs on the market held 59.35. And you can see we held it again. CPI before DeepSeek? Okay. So now we got, some people say CPI before, some people say DeepSeek first. Who the hell knows? No one knows. It's very easy to look it up, but I'm just gonna keep going. So regardless of which one came in which order, what's important is that 59.35 is the level that held every single time, and it held again yesterday. It was the exact low of day. Look at this. See that? So that level's huge, and you can see it's holding again. So that's important. Let's pay attention to that. 59.90, 6,000. Next level above 60.25. Next level above 60.50. Okay? If we fail back below this 59.90, if we start to see this weak again, you'll trade back to 60. You'll trade back to 35. All right? SPY. So SPY actually holding above that Monday low very nicely right now. 596.50 area. That is good. Now, what else did the SPY hold, guys? The gap fill level, which is really interesting, right? Yesterday, let me go ahead and show you this. Yesterday, we could have very easily got really nasty under the gap fill level. If this damn TOS, I hate when TOS does this. We could have got real nasty with it yesterday under 590, right? Under 590. We had a gap to fill. We've had a gap to fill here into 585, which is just refusing to drop below. The market is refusing to drop into that gap. You can see once again, 590 with a huge step up yesterday. So that's big down there. That's huge. Okay. 590, huge hold. Where else did we hold back above? The 100 SMA. The 100 SMA, right? Let's go to the daily chart. Take a look at this. Daily chart. Let's get some of these levels off for now. Let's just look big picture. Big picture. Structures very much alive. 585, 580. That's that gap. Very much still alive here. Right? I'm sorry, 590 to 585 is the gap. Right here, this gap. But that demand between 580, 585, absolutely still there. Bam, 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 bam. We're not even close. We're still above that. So that's still very much in. And the last time we hit the 100 SMA on this market, pretty much every time we've hit the 100 SMA on this market over the last year, we've seen bounce, a little bit of a bounce, a little panic there, bounce, bounce, and here it is again. So this is very important, right? Does this trend continue? Does the 100 SMA stay stout? Is the 100 SMA continue to be the long that everyone should be looking for every single time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this 6, right? Is this your next long? Very possible. But I don't think you need to just go out there and chase it degenerately. I think you can wait for a real confirmation that it's going to hold that. For now, you can see the hold, right? You can definitely see that 100 SMA doing some hold there yesterday, which is important. I would say 600. 600. 600, Friday's lows, 50 SMA, 600. You reclaim that, probably a little bit more, right? A little bit cleaner. I would say 602 would be next, and then sort of the line in the sand would be that daily 20. 604. 600, 602, 604. Every 2 points after that 600. You can see the 600 Fridays lows. That'll be number 1. This 602 Mondays highs. That'll be number 2. And this pre-market high here and that daily 20 at 604. That'll be number 3. Those are your 3 levels that you need to get through here and start to battle back. To battle back, you also need to make higher lows, right? And you are doing that for now, but it's only day 1. 590, higher low 593, 100 SMA, and you need to hold on to this 595 today. You need to hold on to this Monday low. You cannot fail back under Monday's lows today. If you fail back under Monday's lows, I am a little bit less confident, right? Right there, Monday's lows. And you know what, man? It probably all depends on NVIDIA ER. And you know what? The other honest truth is that sort of sucks. I could probably say with some confidence that the unfortunate fact is to be in a good risk-reward long off this 100 SMA, you're probably going to have to end up trading through NVIDIA earnings, which I refuse to do. I'm not going to do that. There's way too much risk involved in that. I am not going to be on the wrong side of that move because that could really hurt. However, the unfortunate thing is if NVIDIA reports stellar earnings and the market goes crazy off of it, we're going to look back tomorrow and say, holy shit, the SPY's back at 608. We're already back up to, up here. And what a long that was off the 100 SMA. And unfortunately, the only way to catch that was to trade through NVIDIA earnings, which sucks. But that's typically what happens, right? You're going to likely need a catalyst to get through some of these supplies. And that catalyst is guessing on NVIDIA earnings. Or, on the flip side, the or is NVIDIA earnings takes you back down into this 580 level, right? And it brings us into these lows. So, it's not just all, it's not 100% that you're going to go higher off that. But, yeah, that's the unfortunate truth, is if you catch this long, it's probably going to have to be through NVIDIA earnings. Okay. All right. IWM. 214. Big hold. Big hold. Yeah, I'm not in any mood to guess today. I'm in no mood to guess. I've had a stressful month. It's been a tricky month, but stressful, but good. Good and bad. Had to make a lot of decisions with NVIDIA. Has been very stressful holding that trade. Finally found some breath of fresh air after exiting that. And I just don't want to just go back in and guess again. It's just, I just don't feel like it. Give me a break, right? Let me grow some hair back. 214, big IWM hold. That's going to be the huge hold. I would look for retest fails of the 200 SMA. That's very possible. But I would say be careful of the holds at 214 if you are short. Under 214, you probably go to 208. You need to get back over 219, though, and the daily 200. Very important. Dow Jones holding the 43,250 spot, but very much door open to the retest rejection. Wow. Yeah, the door's wide open here. The door's wide open for you here. Previous lows, break, new structure, new lower structure, 44K, 50 SMA, absolutely could be the new high. That is 100% doors wide open to sellers here. No doubt. If this big structure low right here, if this structure low right here turns into new highs right here, then you are absolutely looking at more downside on the Dow Jones. So you got to watch 44K here. That's huge. You get back over 44K, back over the 150 SMA, then maybe you can start to creep back higher. But that is the level that needs to break. Without that, doors wide open to the rejections. SMH straight back down to major demand lows. SMH, fate of SMH probably happens today. You've been in this channel for way too long. I mean, just disgusting. It's disgusting how long you've been in here. I don't really understand it. I hope to God that this breaks out today to a single direction. Whether it's downside or upside. I just needed to get it. I mean, please, for the love of God, get us out of this channel. It will open up a lot of opportunities on the semiconductors. All right. Let's go to IBIT real quick. Sean, appreciate that. IBIT, it teased yesterday. It gave a little bit of a tease yesterday, IBIT. It got into that 49 spot, but look how well that 49 spot held again. That's a big spot down there, guys. Let's see. 49's huge. 49 is huge. This has to hold. This has to hold. 49 IBIT. If it does not, you could get some slippage. And if we go to the Bitcoin futures, look at this, man. This is, I mean, this looks like a rejection to me right now, Bitcoin boys. These lows right here. These lows right here. Look at that break and retest rejection. That, to me, looks very possible into 81K, right? And this is the exact trade that I got absolutely flamed on when I made that video. Flamed. Because no one's watching technicals. They just, Bitcoin's going up. I think this is a very weak move. I do believe that this can still slide. Now, obviously, NVIDIA probably has a lot to say with that. If the market gets strength back to it and we get back into a risk-on environment, Bitcoin probably pops here, right? And probably slams shorts under this level. This could be an absolute slammage of shorts underneath this low. But if we do continue to see market sentiment staying weak, I would say rejections under this 90, 92K, under this low, under this low, under these lows, definitely could drive Bitcoin lower. Back towards this 81. I would watch it. Dion. Appreciate that, man. 5 gifted. Boom, baby. Appreciate that, Dion. All right. So that's something to watch. That is something to watch. $3,400 people here. Damn. All right. And we're running smooth. Love to see it. If you guys want to take a second, press that like button. That would be fantastic. I'd absolutely love it. Press the like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you guys are here, if 3,400 of you are here and you're not subscribed, what the hell are you doing? I would assume by this point, probably a good amount of the people that come here are probably subscribed. So I'm probably not going to get too many more subscribers from you guys, but press that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that. Stocks. Man. Man, did we fucking call this one yesterday. Who caught Tesla yesterday? Give me a raise of hands. Give me a raise of hands. Man, did we catch this. Oh, I was going to say something bad. What a move. What a move. It really started with our daily analysis. If you guys remember, we looked at this daily. The Night Way. Appreciate that, man. Bought my coffee today. Appreciate that. Yeah. Piff caught it. I know Piff caught it. GG, Piff. 400%. Boom, baby. So, where did this start from, right? What a sexy, sexy rejection back here. And what a sexy little one of these. Look at that. One of those. Absolutely beautiful. Just a sexy little retest rejection curl. Just right back under those lows. Absolutely textbook. Just couldn't have been better. And then just lower high at these highs. Bam, 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 juice. So that does not come along very often. That is just a sick trade. I still do believe Tesla should be coming back to here, guys. Unless the market just finds some low, which the market is finding a low, so we have to consider that. There is truly no demand here on Tesla until 270. Guys, right? When you think about technical analysis, you don't just randomly hold in something like this, okay? You don't just randomly hold spots when you zoom out and look at something like this, right? That is not somewhere that you just randomly find a magical hold. Unless, of course, the market just rips today off that major low, then maybe Tesla finds some sympathy. However, I would absolutely say that you come back to 270. I would absolutely still be thinking about coming back to that 270. So, if that's something I'm interested in, how do I find that trade today? I would say you look for the retest rejections, right? You look for lower highs. And right now, I think you definitely should be watching 310. I know that's a little bit still pretty low. But 310, let me show you where that comes from. Let me show you why 310 is important. 310 is right here. This is 310. This low. It's really 309.22. This low is 310.37. I call it 310. This low right here on the daily chart, guys. You can go over here, right? Go back to your daily chart. Go all the way back here to November 15th, November 14th. See this double bottom low right here? Bam, bam. That's 310. If the market right now is under that and fading under that level, this could continue lower. There's no doubt about it. 310. So, that is the level to watch. And you can see right now, it's sort of rejecting that level as we speak. So if we reject 310 today, I would consider whether this curls back lower. Now, if we get over 310, you need to get out of that, okay? You have to get out of that. Over 310, it can absolutely squeeze up into the 320 and probably up to the 325, which is where I would look for the rejections again, right here. 325, 325. Right here, rejection. Okay? So, today, 310, probably 325, maybe a little bit at 320. But I would definitely be watching, 3010. Sorry, that's what I meant. 3010. I'd watch 3010. You could probably fade that back to the 300 and the 297. Or, if that thing does get over 3010, I'd say 320, 325 to look for the refade. 320 could be nice. Yeah, 320 could be nice. Look at this spot. Look at this right here. 320. So, either one. 3010, 320, 325. I would watch the retest rejections. NVIDIA. Not NVIDIA. NVIDIA. Okay. Earnings today. Up to you. You know, if you want to play it. I would say 132 rejections, very possible. Decent holds back over this 130 spot. So you probably don't want to short it into 130. Looks like a pretty stout level there. Definitely a nice hold of the 200 SMA. Wild that we have NVIDIA trading at the 200 SMA before earnings. So that's big. But for today, I'm not going to trade this. Contracts are juiced. Watch 132. Watch 135. Best of luck, NVIDIA bulls. I hope to God this goes up. Would be great for the long term. Not necessary though. If we go down, I'll definitely be looking to buy some more stock. But we shall see. 200 SMA, 130, 132, 134. Not trading it today. Not interested. Not going to get just crushed on an IV today. AMD. AMD with a sexy little retest rejection yesterday and possibly setting up again today at the 106.50. 106.50, 106.50, 106.50. Watch that today. 106.50. Watch that level. Could be a nice pop and fail today. Keep an eye on that. Over 106.50, 109. Okay. AVGO, 210, 211. I'd watch that today. Right here, 210, 211. That could be a nice pop and fader. I would keep eyes on this. Above that, 216. Okay, watch 210, 211 here. Big demand lows at the 100 SMA. TSM, not much for this one today. It needs to be higher. You need a short up here, 197.50. It needs to get higher. So you're right in the center of the channel. I don't like it. I don't like 50% trades. I'd rather be up here to short. Right? That's what I'd be looking for. We got some egos in the chat right now because I didn't call out my Tesla trade yesterday. Anyways. All right. Let's go to, Qualcomm. Qualcomm, very interesting here. Very, very interesting here. Qualcomm. 163, 164. I like this setup. If we can get weakness on the semis, this is a very interesting break and retest rejection. And Qualcomm lost its Apple customer. Well, I don't know all the details behind it, but I know Apple's moving away from Qualcomm. And it's gotten hit off that 200 aggressively. And it's back under this major spot. Back under this major spot. Lows, highs, highs, lows, lows, break, retest, rejection, sick. Sick, sick, sick. I would be watching this. I would be watching this. Qualcomm, retest rejection, 163, 164. Big time. Definitely a main watch. Let's see if we can stay weak on the semis, though. I like it, though. Let's see. You also got the 150 SMA up there. So, something to watch. MU, not much. MU holding 94.95. That's a key demand. ARM. Probably just wait for NVIDIA earnings here. It's just sort of sideways, man. I don't know. I don't really like ARM anymore. Just look at this. It's not interesting, really. That's really it for the semis. SMCI reported their 10K last night. A little bit of a pop off our 44 demand, which was exactly our retest level we were looking for. But I do not like longs into 64, 67 in any way, shape, or form. I hate that long. That is not a good long. That is not a good risk reward. You have no business longing SMCI into 67. That is just a weekly chart, just brick wall, right? Previous weekly lows turned into highs and turned into rejection highs. That is not something I would have any interest in longing in. Was it bad? Stams? I mean, I'm not surprised. So, I mean, this could be a fade. This could be a refading opportunity, no doubt. This could be a refading opportunity. Honestly, you might even be willing to short some shares of SMCI with a stop under 64, 67. If you can risk like 10 points, you might even just be able to sit comfortably in some shorts if it stays under this high, right? I mean, that is just a monster weekly high. I'd watch it. Intel, yeah, Intel sort of failing that weekly chart again. I don't really like that about Intel. You can see right here, failing that 25 spot again on the weekly. Not great. So I'd be careful of that. Definitely a fade spot there. That's also the 200 SMA again. See that? Yeah. Little unfortunate there for Intel. I would look for a holder like this 22 spot. All right, we got to jump through some Mag 7s because we're behind schedule. Meta, I'm waiting for a retest rejection here at 680. I would not be short into 660 or 647. I would look for a pop and fader around 680 today. Apple just can't get over this 250, 248 level. I would not trade this. It looks like a destruction Eventually, I think you probably can get this drop towards 240 as long as it stays under that 248, 250 zone. Google, I would look for the retest of these lows right here around this 181, 180 to see if that's a fader. I would not short into the 200 SMA. We talked about that yesterday. 200 SMA holding strong. Amazon, nice pop on Amazon, but guess what? Amazon is retesting some major lows here, and this could be a nasty little rejection. Let me go ahead and clean this up for a second. Take a look at this. I am watching this for a retest rejection all day on Amazon. Take a look at this. You have major previous highs here, major lows, major lows. You just got to drop and retest back into that level. If this stays under 216, I think you can very well stay weak. If this stays under 216, I think you can give this up again. Why? It's not just a short-term level. Look, 4-hour chart. 4-hour lows, 4-hour lows, 4-hour highs. If that 216 does not smash through today and reclaim, then I would be very open to the fact of that possibly rejecting. I would watch that. Yeah, GEV is a nice watch, man. I would agree. GEV is a nice watch here. It's a great stock. I love this stock. This is a long-term stock for me. Right here. 315, really nice hold. Right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. 315. Guys, to you guys in the chat that can't stop talking about the Tesla trade yesterday, I spent an hour of my day yesterday for free on this live stream, like I do every morning, talking about the Tesla trade. Go back to the live stream and go watch what we talked about that trade. We said to look for the break and retest of 325. I spent an hour of my time for free yesterday talking about that trade. Then I spent another hour of my time in the Discord community to the members about that trade and about how I was looking to trade it yesterday. No, I did not specifically say when I entered that trade. And if you didn't catch it because you were waiting for me to say something, then you are in the wrong place. Wake up and pay attention to what's going on and try to figure out things yourself. There are thousands of people that probably caught that trade based off the information we provided and based off their confidence in their own trading. If you did not catch that trade after I talked about it specifically for hours of the day yesterday, and now you're upset because I did not specifically say when I entered the trade, move on. Wrong mindset. Terrible mindset. And it will get you nowhere. Nowhere. Palantir. 94.95. I would watch for that rejection. I would watch for that rejection. I would watch for that rejection. That is a very clear failure point. That is a very clear failure point today. If we reject there, definitely somewhere to watch. Okay? Definitely somewhere to watch. Right there. 94.95. Watch out for the lows at 85. And that's going to be it. Man, I'm passionate. I hope you guys don't. I mean, some people mistake passion for being an asshole, but that's okay. Guys, you got to learn this yourself. And I'm here every day trying to help you through it for free. But you got to put in some work yourself. You got to. I spent 10 years of my life slaving away to get to this point. 10 years. Every day. On the charts. Learning. Watching. Finding formations. Finding patterns. Seeing discrepancies. Seeing repeating actions. Right? Creating a muscle memory for what's going on in the market. You are not going to be successful if you just try to follow someone blindly. You need to have that inner confidence, that inner ability to execute, that inner patience, and just You need to trust yourself. You need to when you step into the arena and that bell rings, you need to be able to go with what you are looking for. Execute on your confidence and your game plan. You can't if who am I going to use an example here? Lance, right? Let's say Lance says, "Hey, Desi, short Tesla 305 today," right? Just do it. Do you think I'm going to be confident in that? Like, I'm going to be able to do that confidently on the intraday if I don't think about doing that and analyze that myself? No, right? Right? I have to be able to do it myself, and I have to be able to find that confidence to do it myself, right? So why pay for the monthly fee? To think that you don't, yeah. We talk every day for about 4 hours in the Discord voice, probably 10x more education than what you're getting here for free every day for 4 hours. So about, let's call it 20 hours a week of market commentary, and also calling out trades as well, like Netflix yesterday for 40%. Netflix, 40% trade, called out right when I entered. Everyone made money on it. Peace and love to all my boys out there. Peace and love. See you tomorrow.